What's this? Free minicab service?
I want you to meet someone.
Who?
Another of my pupils.
Why?
Because he wants to meet you, that's why.
Afternoon. Good afternoon.
Who is this bloke? Why does he want to meet me?
I'll let him tell you.
Suppose I don't want to meet him.
Barry.
What?
Shut up.
Can I help you?
Frank Abbott. See Mr. Bousfield.
Mr. Abbott's here.
Okay, Sally, bring them straight in.
Fine. Would you like to follow me?
Thank you.
Frank. Ah, it's good to see you.
And you, Mr. Bousfield. You remember Barry?
Yeah, hello, young man.
I've seen you before, right? You was with Frank when he first sussed me out.
Yes, that's right. Well, take a seat. Well, I hear you've come a long way since then.
Yeah. He's taught me a lot.
Yes, but not how to control your temper.
Big grassing on me, eh? Out of order, that.
Learned your lesson, have you?
What do you care?
Answer the question, Barry.
Don't know. Maybe I have.
Well, I hope so, because Frank tells me you need sponsorship. Someone to pay your expenses for the next few years. But no one is going to sponsor a wild kid who's handier with his fists than he is with a racket.
You work for a sports firm or something?
If I decide to back you, it'll be a private deal, just between you and me.
Why would you want to back me?
Because I'm a tennis freak, and because I trust Frank's judgment.
This down to you, is it?
I told him you were a long shot, who might be worth a bit of a flutter.
You'd have to show me some form, of course. I'd want to make sure you're broken in.
Show you some form. When?
Easter. The first big junior tournament next year. It's for under 18, so you probably won't get very far, but it'll be good experience.
And it'll give me a chance to look you over.
OK.
This could be your last chance, Barry, so no blow-ups, eh?
Me, coach? Got the wrong fella, haven't you? They've just been on at me to take over as Archbishop of Canterbury.
You're turning the job down, I hope.
Don't worry. Canterbury's safe for some time yet.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
You don't come to see me, so I came to see you.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Where's your manners, Barry? Nice girl like this takes all this trouble to look you up.
Nice girl? I don't see no nice girl. All I see is a little beetle.
I don't know why you bother with him, Lucy. I really don't.
Neither do I. Certainly not for his charm, that's for sure.
More cake, dear.
No thanks, have to watch my figure.
Well, I don't.
See what I mean? No manners.
Oh, shut up, Mum. Are you here to put the boot in or what?
Aren't you pleased to see me?
Yeah. Sort of.
Only sort of. After all I've given up for you.
Given up?
I've resigned from the club.
Eh?
That pompous major told me they'd thrown you out after you got sent home from Bisham. So I blew my top. Told him what he could do with himself and his membership.
Well, didn't have to do that.
No, she didn't. But she did, though. You've got a real mate here, Barry.
Yeah.
So what we both need now is somewhere to play. And what I came to ask was, if I joined another club, would the great Barry Greaves do me the honour of practising with me as my guest?
Fancy some more free lessons, do you?
Hello, love.
What's all this then?
Lucy Roberts' dad. The old man.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Greaves.
Oh, likewise, I'm sure.
Well, I'd better be off. Thanks for the tea, Mrs. Greaves.
Oh, you're welcome, love. Come again, eh?
I will. Oh, Barry, by the way, you are entering the Easter under-18s, aren't you?
Yeah, Frank's just told me about it.
Even more reason for us to get another club, then. I'll be in touch.
You're off. Here's your coat.
Bye, love. Bye.
Charlie,
Bye.
I'll just see you out.
She nice.
Careful how you go. Careful at the end of the road, all right? Bit la-di-da, isn't she? What's she wanting?
Nothing. She's doing me a favour.
Oh, that's why you got the cake out, was it? I thought you were saving it for the weekend.
Well, I couldn't give her bread and jam, could I?
Why not? We have to make do with it, don't we? What's all this about an Easter tournament?
Oh, Frank wants me to play. There's a bloke who's thinking of sponsoring me. It's a chance for him to suss me out.
Bloke? What bloke's this?
Oh, some business geezer. If I do OK, he's willing to pay me expenses for the next 3 years.
You're not taking any more time off school, Barry.
I told you I don't need to. It's in my Easter holiday, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll come and suss you out and all.
You?
Yeah. I've never seen you play a match, have I? Seems to me like Frank's been making all the decisions around here, and it's about time I made one.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, if I don't think there's any future in this tennis club, I'm going to put a stop to it once and for all. Now then, how about some of that cake? Thanks, Mum.
Didn't think much of that girl. Couldn't act her way out of a paper bag.
I thought she was rather good.
You would.
What's the matter with her?
Well, for a start, she's meant to be Cockney, right? Well, obviously, she's never been within 100 miles of Bow Bells.
You could do better, I suppose.
Matter of fact, I could, dearie.
It's not real Cockney, that's stage Cockney.
What do you know about it?
I had tea with the Cockney family today.
Oh, really? Who?
Barry Greaves' parents.
The boy there was all that fuss about at the club. You're not still chasing after him, are you?
I'm not chasing after him, Mother. He's a friend, that's all. And after the way they treated him, he needs all the friends he can get.
I still think you overreacted. You could have registered your protest without resigning.
They wouldn't have listened to me. Juniors have to be seen but not heard at that club. All they're interested in are the geriatrics.
And why resign? What difference will it make?
I just had to do something. Major Houghton Jones is so unfair.
But look at it from his point of view. The boy was sent home from Bisham Abbey in disgrace.
But I've explained all this, Mother. It wasn't Barry's fault.
Oh, no, of course not.
What's that supposed to mean?
You make it so obvious, Beetle. You've hardly talked about anything else since you came back. You've got a crush on him, haven't you?
Crush on who? Or rather, whom?
Hello, darling. Coffee?
Yes, thanks. So love is in the air, is it? Who's the lucky man, Lucy?
Don't listen to Wendy, Daddy. Ever since they cast her as Juliet, she started seeing Romeos all over the place.
False alarm, eh? Pity. I thought for one glorious moment you might have found someone to take you off my hands. Then there'd have been one less hotel room to pay for.
Hotel room? What are you talking about, Daddy?
I managed to take a few days off after Easter. I thought we might all go down to the coast for a bit of sea air.
Great.
Easter, but that's the week of the Under-18s tournament.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
You go. I can manage on my own.
Nonsense, darling. Besides, we promised to come and watch you.
I don't mind. I don't want to spoil your holiday.
No, a promise is a promise. I must say I was looking forward to a spot of golf.
You don't have to play in this tournament, do you, Beetle? I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if you missed just one, would it?
I'm sorry. It is important. Well, if I'm to improve my rankings this year...
Oh, never mind. We can go down to the coast in the summer.
No, we can't. Because there'll be some other grotty tournament then. There always is.
Oh, sorry I'm late, Frank. An important customer dropped in just as I was leaving.
It's okay, Mr. Mansfield. Barry's match is just starting. He's knocking up on court 1.
Court 1? Star attraction, eh?
His opponent is. He's drawn Ken Maddox, the national under-18 champion.
It's not fair. That lad's much older than our Barry.
Oh, you've got to expect it, love. He's stepping up a division.
But I still don't think it's fair. What chance has Barry got against a big lout like that?
He was this good.
Well, Frank did. He told us our Barry was special.
We break points. It looks like our lad's going to give the national champion a bit of trouble.
Put that away, George. Now you're here, you might show some interest.
I'm sorry. What's the score?
5-2 to Lucy.
Well, looks like she's got it all sewn up then. What if the bar's open?
Can't you wait till the end of the set?
No, it's freezing out here. I need a large whiskey to stop me turning into an iceberg.
Lost his throw up. Can't get any spin on that second service.
Plenty of guts, though. He's a real fighter.
Still cramping that backhand. After this tournament, I'm going to pull him off the circuit for a while. His basic technique needs a complete overhaul.
He doesn't need Frank. A kid with his natural talent. All he needs is someone to look after his training, and I could do that.
You don't know nothing about tennis, Jack. Leave it to Frank, he's a professional.
Listen, the reason Frank is sniffing around our Barry is because he smells money. Big money. Now, if he's right, I don't see why we shouldn't keep it in a family. Hmm?
Do a snifter.
Thanks.
How's she doing now?
Not so good. She lost the second set, and she's 3-1 down in the third.
Maybe we'll get our trip to the coast after all.
Oh, great match, Barry.
Thanks.
Well, about my offer, we've got a deal, okay?
Terrific.
Frank will bring you up to my office next week and we'll work out the details. And your parents need to be in on this. Arrange it with my secretary, will you, Frank?
Right. Looks like you've got yourself a sponsor.
Oh, well done, love. It was not fair, though, putting him up against a big boy like that.
Well, I could have won, Mum. I know I could have. Next time, I'll get to net earlier.
Well, that's not going to be a next time, Barry, not for quite a while.
Hey?
You're not playing any more tournaments till we've sorted a few things out.
Such as?
Your second service. You're getting no side spin on it, which means it sits up and asks to be put away. And that backhand's got to be taken apart and reassembled.
No, it hasn't. You can leave him to me now.
You?
Yeah. We're grateful for what you've done, Frank, but we don't need you no more. I'm taking over.
Taking over?
Yeah, as Barry's coach. I can see what's wrong, just as well as you.
No, you can't. I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Greaves, but even if you could spot his faults, you wouldn't know how to put them right.
There's no big deal about it. All you need is a bit of common sense.
I mean, you need more than that, Dad. You need to have been a player.
Rubbish. I've seen enough on the telly to know what's what.
That's ridiculous. You think you can teach someone to sing just by watching a few operas?
I don't watch operas. But I'll tell you this. I bet you there's a lot less to it than half these singing teachers make out.
You're making a big mistake. Amateur coaches can do a lot of harm.
Oh, yeah, you've got to say that, ain't you, to protect your job?
Oh, don't be funny, Dad. If it wasn't for Frank, I wouldn't have got anywhere.
Of course you would have done. Not as fast, maybe, but you'd have got there all right. Natural talent, that's what you've got, so don't let him take the credit.
But if it wasn't for Frank...
Oh, Frank said this and Frank said that. That's all I've heard the past year. I'm sick of it. I'm not having another bloke playing father to my kid. So from now on, just you leave him to me, all right?
I'm sorry, Frank. I really am sorry.
Bad luck, darling.
Luck? It's nothing to do with luck.
What was it, then?
I got the jitters. All she had to do was return the ball and wait for me to muck it up.
Well, I thought you played jolly well.
How would you know? You were in the pavilion most of the time.
I'm not having another bloke playing father to my lad. That's what he said.
You must be very insecure.
Insecure?
To feel so threatened.
You think that's the reason?
Well, he sounds to me like a very frightened man.
I don't care about him. I care about Barry. If Greaves starts messing around with his game, it could ruin him.
If only kids could be born without parents.
I was asking for trouble, I suppose. The moment I start offering a kid moral guidance, I'm stepping into his father's territory.
But at least you've made him realise that it is his territory.
And now he's stepping into mine. And there's nothing I can do about it.
It's so unfair. After all your hard work.
Unfair on Barry, too. He should take time out now. A couple of his strokes need taking apart and putting together again, but Greaves won't see that. He'll make the kid play in tournament after tournament, and his game will gradually disintegrate.
You should see the set, Daddy. They've built this huge great wall with a rose trellis so Romeo can come swarming up to me.
Sounds exciting.
So romantic. It's all played by moonlight, you see. Mad passion under an Italian moon.
Mad passion. Not too mad, I hope.
That's what it's all about, Mother. Burning, uncontrollable desire. If there's no mad passion, might as well not do the play. Stage a tennis match or something.
They must think you're pretty good to give you the leading part.
Well, at least it'll get me noticed. I've written to all the agents, and 3 of them have promised to come. So I'll be a bundle of nerves, which is why you've simply got to be there.
Wouldn't miss it for anything. We'll all rally round, won't we, Lucy?
Oh, yes, we'll all rally round.
What's the matter, darling?
Nothing.
Still haven't forgiven me, eh? Is that it?
She never rallies round me, so why should I rally round her?
So childish.
Why? Tennis is as important to me as acting is to you, but you've never once come to see me play.
This is different. I'm talking about my career.
And I'm talking about mine. You all seem to think I'm going to give it up in a year or two and get a job as a secretary or something. Well, I'm not. I'm going to be a tennis player. It's about time you stopped patting me on the head like a little dog and started taking me seriously.
Now, that's a little unfair, isn't it? We gave up our holiday to come and watch you play.
You didn't watch me play, Daddy. You read your paper for a little while and then disappeared into the pavilion. Wendy didn't even come out at all, and all Mummy's worried about is whether my skirt's too short.
That's not true, darling. I just want you to look nice, that's all.
Does it matter? The only thing that matters is the result.
It seems to me it matters too much, Beetle. You can't take defeat, that's your trouble. You're always in a grotty mood when you've lost.
And you know why I lost? Because none of you cares, that's why. Maybe I shouldn't mind what you think, but I can't help it. I just wish you mind as much what I thought.
Come on, love. Eat up.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, feeling all right, are you, love?
Bit shattered. I'd like to go and lie down.
You just stay where you are. I'm not having any movies from you, Barry, so just cut it out.
Ah, he's just feeling a bit tired, that's all. Aren't you, love?
Leave off. It's his way of getting back at me. Listen, son, I gave Frank his cards for a very good reason.
What's that?
I can teach you. I've got nothing else to do, so I might as well make myself useful.
I need a proper coach, Dad. Every player needs one.
Listen, I don't want to hear another word on the subject. You and me, we're going to make a great partnership.
Oi!
What'd you do that for?
What?
Well, belted it away like that. No need to smack the cover off it, you know?
I didn't belt it. Just gave it too much topspin.
Yeah, well, cut all the fancy stuff and just get used to playing the percentages. Then it'll come natural during a match. Yeah, well, go on then. No excuse for missing that. You had a nice, easy shot down the forehand.
She'd have got it back.
So what? You wouldn't have lost a point, would you? You've got to hang on. Wait for the right opening.
I'm sorry, Mr. Greaves, I have to go now.
Oh, all right. Same time tomorrow. Right, I'm just going to stop off at the boozer for a quick one. I'll see you back home later, all right, Barry?
It's messing you up. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got to do something, and quick.
Oh, what can I do?
Get Frank to go on coaching you,
Behind Dad's back?
if necessary.
Oh, he'd kill me.
He's killing you anyway as a player.
Oh, he might kick me out. Get him to put me into care or something.
Well, it's your decision. But a few more weeks of this, and even Frank won't be able to pick up the pieces.
I can't, Barry. I just can't. Your father's warned me off.
I suppose you didn't take no notice. What could he do?
He could get a court order forbidding me to speak to you. Think how that'd look in the papers.
I'll never make it on my own. Well, I know that now.
Then find another coach. There are plenty of good ones around. I'll give you some names.
Forget it. If Dad's giving you the push, he's not going to let no one else take over, is he?
I'd like to help. But I can't go against his wishes. You see that, don't you?
I'll run away. That's what I'll do. Just take off.
How would you live?
Well, what about what's his name? One who promised to sponsor me.
Sponsor you, not support you. And he wouldn't want to get involved with runaways.
Why don't you sleep on it, Frank? Give him your answer in the morning.
I've just given him my answer.
Well, I think we ought to talk about it.
Okay.
Thanks, Mrs. Abbott.
Okay. Don't forget your bat, Barry. Keep your fingers crossed. No game is lost till the final whistle.
What was all that about? You think I'm wrong?
Well, I
just think you should take more time before you make up your mind.
It's already made up, Judy. I couldn't take the responsibility.
And what about your responsibility to Barry? He didn't ask you to come into his life. That was your decision.
Yeah.
And now you've got to make another decision. He needs you, Frank. You're the one that gave him hope. You opened the door for him. You can't just sit back and let his father slam it shut again. Well, can you?